Trusting God in the chaos, an affirmational prayer led by God, delivered by Kiana Monroe. Some of you are in storms right now. God never promised smooth sailing, but He did promise that you are going to reach the other side. Some of you have lost your jobs, love, family, friends. Some of you are going through marriage crisis, abuse, a business failure, or even an illness within yourself or someone close to you. Some of you are experiencing unexpected tragedy, and it feels like lightning is striking you out of the sky from a clear blue heaven. But what can we learn from chaos? What can we do to survive the coming storm? What do you do when you feel like you are going under? When chaos is reigning and when fear grabs you by the throat and tries to drown you? Well, chaos doesn't mean that something is wrong with you. Chaos doesn't mean that God is angry with you, or that God doesn't love you, or that God has rejected or abandoned you. Chaos doesn't mean that if you were in the perfect will of God, that you wouldn't be in that storm you're in right now. Chaos is a normal part of life and living. Struggle is the essence of growth and development. A mighty oak begins with a little seed that fights its way through the soil and fights its way up only to face the wind, the rain, the blazing sun, the snow, and endless adversity year after year just to become a beautiful oak tree. It's only in the storm that your faith can grow. It's only when your faith is tested by fire that you can really know how pure your faith is. It's only when you're tested that your character is developed. Only in the storm can you depend on God alone to deliver you. Only in the storm do you call upon the Lord and find Him to be the ever-present help in the time of trouble. The storm develops your confidence, and your confidence is so strong that it pushes you into your strength, your capability, and your wholeness. That means that God sent David a bear to whip and then a lion to whip before He even sent the giant to beat. The reason you are fighting the fight that you are in now, because it's meant to develop your faith in God and confidence in yourself. And when you win this one, the next one will come, and the next one will come even bigger. But you will be able to beat it because God has transformed you. God has built a strength in you that is so strong that it cannot fail or be broken. Just because God doesn't answer instantly doesn't mean He is not going to answer at all. Because God's delays are not God's denials, He is waiting for persistence to overcome resistance. He is trying to develop in you the character of endurance. For those who endure to the end shall be saved. The resistance of water is necessary for ships to float. The resistance of air is necessary for a plane to fly. The resistance of gravity is necessary for you to walk forward. God put a struggle to develop you into who you are going to be in the kingdom of heaven. God used no one until He put them through the university of adversity before He allowed them to be a leader in the kingdom of God. You will have your adversity and you will get through to the other side. But God is going to make a champion of grace out of every one of you. When you focus on the threat, you will experience fear. When you focus on Jesus, you will experience faith. When you struggle, think about the possibility that God is using your struggle and adversity for His glory when you win. Opportunity has difficulty, and every difficulty leads to even more opportunity. It's only when you come to grips with the difficulty, still your mind, and lean into the Lord that you will realize your potential. Stop looking at your circumstances and start looking at your opportunities with your God. The things you trust in today can fail you tomorrow. The people you trust in today can fail you tomorrow. And you wonder, where is God when these things happen? In time, all things heal through His grace and His mercy. You may think that there is no answer for you, but God has thousands of answers that your mind has never even thought of. Where do you go when the storms of life are greater than you can endure? When the wind and the waves are crashing and your dreams are breaking and your heart is hurting, where do you go? You go to the one where the winds and the waves obey. His name is Jesus.